Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to show you guys today how I got this makeup look. I've been doing this makeup look every day this summer, and if I don't feel like washing off mascara at the end of the day, I do this look without the eyebrows and without the mascara, so I'll just use gel. So I've been doing it basically every single day, and my skin just looks so glowy, healthy, summery, all of the good things. I just went in the bathroom and I washed my face off with just plain water, and then I used this moisturizer on my skin. My skin has been so sensitive lately and it's just been breaking out like crazy. Whiteheads everywhere. It's starting to heal now, but I still have this whitehead on my forehead. I've got some scarring everywhere. So I've stripped down my skincare routine to just water in the morning, my CeraVe face wash at night, and then this both day and night. I was trying to use a whole bunch of other creams and serums, and it was just, I don't know what it was doing, but my skin was not liking it. And then on my lips, I just have my Laneige lip sleeping mask just to hydrate my lips while we do my base makeup. I have these cute little hair clips, so let's clip back my hairs. How have you guys been doing lately? I hope you've all been doing well. I know you primarily like my thrift videos, but I had a few comments about an updated makeup routine, so I wanted to make this for you guys. The first thing I do is my mascara. I just used this little eyelash curler and I got this at TJ Maxx. This is my current favorite mascara. I need to go get a new one because it's starting to dry out, and you know that in between phase when your mascara starts out super wet and like just makes your eyelashes look clumpy, and then it's at that perfect stage where it's kind of dry and tacky so it sticks to your lashes but it's not too dry where it just doesn't really lengthen them. Mine's at the end last stage where it's like kind of becoming a struggle to get it to go on evenly. It's kind of just drying out. So I need to pick up a new one of these soon. And this is my beautiful flower nose mirror. Ray, my boyfriend's sister, got it for me. So beautiful. I feel like curling my lashes is the most important part to my mascara application, because if they aren't curled well at a good angle when I put on my mascara, it's gonna go on funky at a weird angle. So I try to be very particular about how I curl them, and I always use waterproof mascara as well, because my lashes are pretty straight, but if I use waterproof, it'll actually hold the curl. If I use any mascara, it doesn't matter if it's high end or low end, if it's not waterproof, my lashes are gonna fall down and look just straight. Here is the mascara, and then here is not curled and no mascara. And now I'm just gonna repeat the same thing on this side. And for my eyelashes, whenever I curl them, I kind of pulse. So if you see, I kind of just squeeze in on the eyelash curler, and then I'll like do somewhere I loosen up and kind of readjust to hopefully make sure that I just get all my lashes and they're all curled at the same direction, because sometimes I'll get one random lash that was missed and it goes straight down, and no matter how many times you try to curl it afterwards, it just won't go back to normal. All right, both eyes are now done. This eye, there's a bit of mascara on my eyelid, so I just take my Garnier Fructis skincare, and it is the micellar cleansing water, and in the blue bottle, because the blue one is the waterproof makeup one. Because if you do use waterproof mascara, you cannot use just a normal makeup wipe to remove your mascara. You're gonna rip out all of your eyelashes, and then that's why people say they hate waterproof mascara. They say it doesn't come off, but it's not coming off because you're not removing it properly. But if you use this stuff, or you can even use the off-brand one, but still make sure it is the waterproof version, then it'll just slide right off. And I also will use little microfiber makeup remover towels, and I'll just splash the makeup remover on the towels, and then you just press it against your eye, and then you'll just gently massage it, and then your waterproof mascara will slide right off. I use waterproof, and I've used it for literally like 6 years. I started using it when I was in high school. So my lashes have not fallen out. Just saying. Next, I move into my eyebrows, and this is the eyebrow pencil I use. I got it also from TJ Maxx. It was in a little eyebrow kit. It came with this pencil and a gel. The gel kind of sucks. So for my gel, I use Got To Be Glued because this is amazing. And this huge bottle is like $6. So they've tried to rebrand and sell this little thing, and it's like specifically for your brows. And yeah, it's smaller, but it is like more expensive than just getting the big tube. And this has so much more product. And then if you just get a spoolie from Sephora, it's like so much more affordable, so much more product, just a way better option. But I will just fill in my brows, going along the natural shape of my brows. My brows, I don't have to pluck them because they don't really grow too much. Like this shape is like I don't do anything, and they just stay moderately thin. Like they're not super thin, but they're also not like full. Like there are some sparse areas. So I just try to fill that in. But I try to be super light in the front because I don't want it to look boxy at all. I just want it to look a little bit more like filled in, like it has a better overall structure and shape. This is the spoolie I use. It's just one of those free ones from Sephora. I need to go get more because that is looking questionable. Yeah, but then I'll just swipe a little bit of this hair gel onto my little brush, and then we are just gonna brush her in. I try to do this in as little strokes as possible because the more you do it, since there's brow pencil down, if you keep doing it, the brow pencil can sometimes start moving around and creating weird streaks. So I try to just get it in a good spot within those first few strokes of applying the gel. Here we have my filled in and brow gelled brow, and then this is just my natural brow. You can see they're about the same shape. This one's just a little bit fuller and it looks a little puffier, bushier due to the gel. So I'm gonna repeat that on the side. And then I just take that same Q-tip from earlier and I just wipe off any gel that kind of got up on my forehead, because if I don't do this step, sometimes whenever I try to apply products on top later, it leaves this like slick, shiny undercoat, and it just doesn't look like skin. It looks like plastic or silicone or something. It just looks funky. Alright guys, here is the other brow. And now they are both completed and filled in. And whenever I was younger, I wanted to try to make them exactly the same, but my eyebrows are kind of just differently shaped. So now, as long as they are moderately the same shape, that is good for me, because trying to go back and forth, it ends up making them look worse than if they were just slightly uneven. So you always see people say like your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. And honestly, it's like true. Now that my lashes and my brows are done, let's move on to my base. For starters, I'm gonna use the MAC Strobe Cream in this pink shade. They have two shades, a pink one and then a light yellow one. And I have loved this product since high school. They sell MAC at Sephora, I believe. If not, I know they definitely sell it at Ulta. And then there are matte counters at places in the mall. I think it's like places like Dillard's and those other shops that just like have the makeup counters. And this stuff is so nice. You see how glowy it makes the skin? Like, look right there. It's like, this gives you that glass skin, summer glowy skin. Like, let's just, amazing product. Everyone used to love it and then everyone forgot, and I'm like, I did not forget and I still love you. Going on with the glowy summer theme, my baby e.l.f. Halo Glow. I am obsessed with this. Yeah, my lid looks different because it accidentally cracked off. So if yours breaks, there's another little lid underneath, so you don't have to worry about the product being ruined. And I use the shade 1 Fair. I believe this is the lightest shade, which is kind of concerning considering I have friends that are paler than me, and then they're not able to experience this product because they don't have it in their shade. So I think it'd be great for them to come out with more colors, especially different undertones, because this is also quite yellow, but I don't mind it because it makes me look a little tanner. But I used to use shade 3 or 4 and I don't know what I was doing. I literally looked like an Oompa Loompa, but now I have a better understanding for my colors for the most part. And also when it blends in, it looks a lot sheerer and not as dark. And I'm just using my beauty blender, little sponge, and I just tap her in. I go back and forth on if I like sponges or brushes more. Right now I'm in a sponge phase, but I was recently in a brush phase, so I honestly just say use whatever you think works best on your skin. Like, I don't think it's like, oh, brushes are superior, oh, beauty blenders are superior. Like, it depends on what products you're using. It depends what look you're going for. I want my skin to look like skin, and I want everything to blend out really well. But if you want something really full coverage, or if I'm trying to cover up a pimple, I'm gonna use a little brush or my finger so that the product can be more compact and a little bit thicker. So you can just use whatever you want. Next, I go in with my Milk Makeup stick. I've had this forever. As you can tell, you can't even see the name anymore, but I use the color Blaze, and she is so big. I don't know if they still make them in this large size because I know a lot of people have the tiny one, but I like this large one because it has lasted me years, and I know makeup expires. Let's not talk about it. I'm gonna just apply it all over. Oh, it's a little much, but it'll be okay. It'll blend out. And then right there on the jaw. For this, I will use a brush. I use this brush, a Real Techniques 401 brush, and as you guys are gonna see, I kind of use this brush for all of my liquid products because I don't have like a ton of other brushes, and I feel like it's fine just using one. Like, I feel like it all blends in fine, and I don't notice like bronzer in my blush whenever I use it for other things. For my bronzer, I make sure I'm brushing it upwards and then blending it out right here. And you see there's kind of like a line right there. I feel like it helps my cheekbones look very chiseled and high. Same thing here. Just blend her out. And it's okay if it goes low, because if you go like that, it literally wipes it off, and then it looks back to how it was before. And at the bottom, we'll just buff her on out as well. I don't go too crazy on my bronzer just because my complexion is primarily fair. So I don't want it to be like the center of my face is white and then the outer of my face is orange. I just want it to look slightly darker, so we've got some nice shading going on. And I am gonna take my sponge and just go like that, because it kind of like wipes off any excess bronzer that got too low, because I don't want it to pull my face down. I want my face to look lifted. Now I'm gonna move in with my concealer. If anyone else has this concealer, do they have this issue? This concealer always explodes. Like, it does this, like it just gets out of the bottle and it always is like running down the sides. And then it gets over all my other products and it's so annoying. I'm actually in the process of researching a new concealer. This one is the Tarte Shape Taper Radiant in the shade 16N, Fair Light Neutral. But I have been seeing on TikTok that there are a lot of concealers that are not acne safe and that may actually be causing breakouts. So I have a few that I'll put on the screen that I thought looked nice and I might try those out. So, or at least like one of them. And if I do, I will let you guys know which one I chose, if I like it, if I don't like it, etc. These are the spots I put my concealer, and then I do one line right here. I'll just blend her out, just like that. And then after I go in with this concealer, this one, she's super light, super glowy, which I do appreciate because it doesn't crease like crazy. So I think I want to find a similar product that's that light, creamy, not like full coverage, because full coverage, it's just gonna crease under my eyes. That's just how it is. So I'd rather have something that's less coverage and not as creasy than something that's full coverage and be super creased. Now, this concealer, this is the Hourglass concealer. It is good. It's super full coverage. I use the shade Silk, but I can't use it under my eyes. It makes me look like I've aged so much, like I'm a desert. Like, it just dries them out, but I can put them on any major pimples I have. So I had that spot on my forehead, and then I just have a little bit of a scar right there, and then we've got one right there. So I kind of let those sit for just like a second, and then I'll brush these in. So these I'll use a brush because I want the coverage to be a little bit thicker, but it is kind of hard because this one on my forehead is a scab. So I'll tap it first and then I will go around it, because if you are directly tapping the spot that has the scab or the pimple or whatever, you're gonna be rubbing the product off of it. So I just try to rub it around it, and then whenever I use powder later, it'll kind of seal it all in place. This one we don't have to be as careful because it's not an actual spot. It's just kind of like, I just feel like I want more coverage there. One, tap, tap, tap. It's a little harder because it kind of goes into my contour, but I'd rather just have a little bit of coverage there. Right here is the base, very glowy. Now let's go in with one more liquid product, and this is also very old. As you can see, the name and all of the words have rubbed off, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury little blush wand in Pillow Talk, and I love this product, and it's lasted so long because I've had it for over a year and I still have product. And the key to that is making sure that you close this little lid. If you can see right there, it used to say like open and close, and then you turn the arrow to open or close it. And I feel like other people maybe would just leave it open, so then the product would just get all over inside the lid, and then they would run out of product really quickly. But if you make sure that you close the lid like it says on there, then the product will last a really long time. And this is just a beautiful blush, and I just love how glowy it is. It goes seamlessly with my other makeup because everything else is very glowy. And then I kind of like this color because it kind of blends in with my pimple. So if I have a lot of pimples, I use pink blush because it'll blend in with the pimples because the pimples are like red or whatever. Now to set my face, I love this powder. I need to get more of it because it is almost out, but this is the One Size powder in the translucent shade. It's just a really good powder, and I have the mini version, and it has lasted, I believe I got it during Christmas, so the mini version has lasted me almost a year. So I just dab it in, get a little bit, and then I will press some here so we evenly disperse the powder on the puff. And I'll go in, dab her in here. I'll start on my chin, just you see how smooth that looks? This powder is amazing. And then I'll pull down on the sides just to enhance that line that we did. And then I go around my mouth and my nose right here because I crease right there, but I'm not gonna touch under my eyes or on my cheeks because I still want to be super glowy. I'll pick up the rest of that powder, and now we're gonna just dab it right in the center of my forehead. And now we're also setting in that pimple from earlier. And now you can see it's right here, but it's kind of camouflaged now. I always set my chin because I tend to get the most breakouts there, and I just don't want them to be shiny. I'd rather them be matte because I feel like shiny products tend to emphasize any texture or any bumps, so that's why I like to set most areas that have a lot of breakouts. For my bronzer, I use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is in milk chocolate. The packaging on this is so adorable. I used to switch between a few different bronzers, but I feel like this one, oh, and it smells like chocolate. This one I feel like is the lightest. I used to use the Hoola bronzer. Love her, just too dark. I know they have Hoola Light, but that's like almost too light. But I do love Benefit's products, but it's just a bit too dark for me right now, especially because I haven't been in the sun as much as most summers, so my complexion is just a little bit more fair right now. And like I said, I like for everything to kind of look pretty seamless and smooth, and I don't want to force darker shades just because I want to be darker. I would rather just use shades that look better with my overall complexion, so it just looks more natural, more seamless. We're avoiding Oompa Loompa, you know what I mean? And I used my Real Techniques powder brush. Also guys, I just did my nails last night. Aren't those so cute? This hand is my bad hand, and I feel like it turned out really good for being my bad hand. Next, I'm gonna use my nose shadow brush, also Real Techniques. And then we're just gonna go back in to that same bronzer, and then I just go down my nose like so. It's a very light contour, it's not super harsh. And then I kind of blend it into my brows. You see, so like right there. And then I do a line. So I go about this high. And then I just do a line across, and then a tiny bit underneath. And then I got a little more shadow, and I extend out to try to make my eye appear more catty. It's like imitating the shadow. It's not like a major difference, and you may not even tell, but I just like to do it. I'm gonna go in with the NARS powder blush in the shade Orgasm. This shade is, it's been amazing forever. I feel like everyone has loved this blush forever. and it's a really good product. This is what it looks like. It's like a pinky blush with gold reflex in it, and I feel like it just goes so well with the Charlotte Tilbury blush because it also is like a pinky color with the gold reflex. It gives the seamless, glowy, shiny look, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to get that if I used a matte product, because as you still see, it's like the glow test. Like if I turn my face and the glow like rolls across my face, then I know we're glowy, we are good. Now for my highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Cookie by Benefit. She is so glowy, so sparkly, so cute. For my brush, I am going to use Real Techniques 448 brush, and I'll just dip in here. And then for placement, I kind of do like a triangle. So we go up here and then up the brow bone just a little bit. Then I get a little more, pinch it so it's nice and skinny. And then I will go under my brow, and then same thing here. And we'll go right down the nose like this. Now I take my e.l.f. setting spray. She is also running low. I'm gonna need to make like a makeup run before I go back to school. Maybe I'll do a back to school shopping spree and get all my essentials. But I spray my sponge, and then anywhere where I had powder, I will just tap this in to really lock everything in place. I go back under my eyes as well, and then back over my forehead to help everything stay locked in. And the reason I don't just directly spray is because I feel like the little particles of the facial spray can sometimes make my makeup separate, or it'll weigh down my lashes. We're almost done with my makeup. Now we just have to do my lips. Look at this adorable little Dior makeup pouch I thrifted. I love these charms, the CD, and then the little Dior star. I've been loving stars lately, as you can see. If you guys have a TikTok, you've probably seen this, the lip liner stain, S-T-A-Y-N. I got it in the color Pinked, and I really, really like it. So I just rub off the lip mask that was on. I'm just gonna apply her. Kind of hard to apply. Like, it's not the easiest of applications, but I do like the final product. So I put the line down the middle to make him look a little more pouty whenever you pull it off. But I am gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and I will see you guys afterwards. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Let's remove the lip stain. So I make those funny faces, and then it, ugh. Ew, oh no. Ah, this has never happened. So apparently if it gets wet again, it reactivates the stain. Lovely. Literally never had that happen before. But once it's off, I just rub it like that, and my fingers are stained. Despite that, this is the stain. Next, I'll go in with my Clinique Black Honey, and I love this product. It looks like it's super dark, but it's really just a nice flush. And I feel like that makes the lip liner look a lot more seamless with my lips. The last thing is going to be using my Summer Fridays lip gloss, lip balm. Alright guys, this is my finished makeup look. She's still super glowy even after we've set everything. I hope this was helpful and I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's video. Let me know what types of videos you guys would be interested in seeing in the future. I hope you guys have an amazing day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!